It's your time. It's a what? It's your time. It's a what? It's your time. Yeah. Yeah, it's a what? It's your time. 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 Yeah. It's your time right now. Don't let nobody say it ain't your prime right now. You got the glow, you know you're gonna shine right now. Hands ticking on the clock, it's time to grind right now. Yeah. It's time to turn these dreams into reality. No more 9 to 5s, no more jobs chasing salary. No more clocking in, hard to win on the hourly. Whole team eating, ain't no cheating on these calories. Ain't no shortcuts to the finish line. Trust me, just give it time. Soon it'll be dinner time. If this life was fake, like a simulation in my mind, then I'm living out my character like I invented mine. It's your time. It's a what? 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 It's your time. Yeah. It's your time right now. Don't let nobody say it ain't your prime right now. You got the glow, you know you're gonna shine right now. Hands ticking on the clock, it's time to grind right now. Don't ask me the folks that I'm better than. You know that flow will be heaven sent. It's all of my soul it's embedded in. Look at the merch, look at the clothes, GHL all in the lettering. They thought that we would lose, but look how we selling it. Y'all missing the grind like y'all celibate. Late night on the grind like I'm Letterman. Y'all said what y'all said, it's irrelevant. All that doubt got me right in my element. And you know the new slogan we telling them. And you know the new slogan we telling them. And you know the new slogan we telling them. And you know the new slogan we telling them. It's a what? It's your time. 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 Yeah. It's your time right now. Don't let nobody say it ain't your prime right now. You got the glow, you know you're gonna shine right now. Hands ticking on the clock, it's time to grind right now. Yeah. I said first you find your grind, then you turn it to a hustle. So you live life how you want to. Yeah.
Yeah. First you find your grind, then you
turn it to a hustle.
So you live life how you want to.
I want everybody to hear this announcement.
First you find your grind,
Then you turn it to a hustle. So you live life how you want to.
Yeah. Yo, man, welcome to Night Therapy. I'm gonna let Martin do his thing. I got my vest on tonight, so anything come my way, I'm gonna be protected today. We ain't playing no more. We about to get up in here. Now listen, I heard a couple things going on in the street, Martin. I heard that what they think what I'm saying is cat, but I got the proof to back it up. And I'm always right. That's why they call me Matt, and I'm always on the attack. And Marty got some words for y'all. But you said you want to break it down in a minute, Marty?
Hold on. You know how everybody feeling.
Oh, you don't go right to war. All right, so how everybody feeling?
Let's get everybody a film check first.
You go first.
All right, listen, man. I'm all right, man. I'm feeling smooth. I'm good. You know, I'm blessed, man. I feel happy, man. How y'all feeling, man?
Yo, man, I'm feeling good, man. Listen, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling blessed, you know what I'm saying? And all I want is for my brothers to be able to stick together better, because if we stick together like glue, ain't nobody can come between us.
Sure.
And y'all got to understand that, man. Y'all got to stop doing this divide where we fight amongst ourselves. The point is to be able to go to the other side and make sure that we get this thing going the correct way.
Sure.
There you go, Shells. Keep it flowing.
Church. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. Today I'm not Shells. Today I'm not Martyr. I'm Martyr Shabazz today, man.
Marty Shabazz.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like
Marty Shabazz.
You know me, man. Everybody knows me. I'm always the peacemaker. I'm always the guy that says, let's balance everything out, man. Not all women are bad. Not all men are bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. Today I was in the TT streets, right? I was in the TT streets, and I had the pleasure of being in this young woman's room. She had a lot of motion in there. She had a lot of people in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was in there, and they were having a conversation about how black women should leave black men and start cheating because all black men do is just cheat and abuse them, right? And I was like, man, that's a lot of gaslightery right there, because it's like, hold on, we just gonna put a blanket statement that all of us is like, that's all we do, right? So it's like, I usually don't like hop on random panels like that, but they were talking so egregiously. I said, let me get on there and let me get my little 2 cents in, try to be Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
And, give some balance. Like, hey, ladies, listen, all men shouldn't put a blanket statement on y'all. Y'all shouldn't put a blanket statement on us. Let's try to build the relationship between both of us. Yeah. Because, as the stronger the foundation is on the family side, the stronger our community will be. You know what they told me, brother? Right. They said, you sound like you got a vajiji. Hold on. You sound like you have a vajiji.
Oh, nah, no, you can't be doing. Oh man.
So what are you trying to say? Like, they brought you over to the dark side now, Martin?
I had to take my cape off. I had to burn that cape.
Yeah, they said you sounded crazy.
I was an ally, and now I'm on the dark side. City boys, we up. We up now. It's over now. It's over now. And cut around. I was never handling it. That's really how I feel. That's really how I feel. Let's bring the families together. Let's go do what we do. But obviously, it was 1,000 women in there saying differently that they don't want to build the family up. They want to do everything. This one lady said, I don't care if my man don't cheat because black men have just cheated all their lives. I'm cheating on every man I get with. I don't care if they cheat or not. I said, shorty, how's that? Like, what? So, at the end of the day, I'm just here to tell y'all, man, some of y'all get what y'all deserve, on both sides. But at the same time, some of y'all get what y'all deserve, and the relationship's going forward is cooked.
It sounds like she was cheating on her.
Chef Boyardee, relationships going forward are cooked.
Yeah, that's wild.
Cooked.
She said, I don't care what man.
Now, that's what you're trying to say, you know what I'm saying? Some of the insights that I was trying to give my brothers, it was correct. That you trying to say?
No. I still believe what I believe, but okay. What I'm going to say is there is a big community of women that do exactly what you say they do.
Okay.
I will say that.
Yeah.
I do know that there are still good women left out here because I got one as of right now.
Nice.
I got one. And, like I said, I got one, I know good women around me, right? So I can never say it ain't no good women because that's cap. But I will say that we have a big problem in my community, and it seems like that problem has a nice following.
Oh yeah. It seemed like women.
Letitia Bell, what up?
Yeah, women just take up for each other. It don't matter what the situation is, what the circumstance is. Like they could be dead wrong. They like, nah, woman power.
So Marta, are you finished with your announcements, Marta?
Yeah, man. I said what I said.
No, I can be. You gonna unleash me? There you go. Now it's time for me to tell you something about how I really feel. A lot of times, women was challenging me over and over again about what the Bible say, about them obeying, about them listening to you, about them not saying so much, but using their actions to be able to entice you as a man to be able to do what they want you to do. And it's not about this. It's about this.
Yeah.
And I came with the proof today. And I want y'all to argue with God. I want you to argue with the Bible. Let's go. Let me pull it up for y'all. Let's pull up and put on the main screen. You know what I'm saying? I love stuff like this. I love stuff like come on now. Hold on. Let me get it on the main screen for y'all real quick.
This boy, the kid in the candy store today.
Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up on the main screen for y'all. Hold up. Let me pull this up.
While you doing that, Sunshine said yes, but that's all we be saying about men. there is a big problem for the men too, fresh and fit.
All right. Sunshine,
I agree.
what you saying is not on time. All right, now we now we got to pull it up. Big screen.
Can they see that? Because I can't see it.
Nah, he trying to say
No, you see it. You see it. Look on your joint.
yeah, but the screen it didn't blow up.
It still ain't blow up. It still ain't blow up. It's kind of small.
You just going to have to read it for him.
Let me try to get up in there a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Listen, ain't no more of that Diddy joint, man. We talking serious business here. Now, like I said before, let me go down. Let me start breaking this down for y'all a little bit. Now, as I already told y'all, right? This is right here. I'm gonna break everything down for y'all. Let me pull up on I got it right here, matter of fact. So you can bring it up here, so Revelation 2-20. You tolerate a woman Jezebel who calls herself a prophet. Her name becomes a symbol for deception and leading people into wrongdoing. So what they mean by that is that when you get Young Miami, when you get Cardi B, when you get Sexy Red, when y'all get Megan Thee Stallion, they are leading y'all into wrongdoing. They are leading y'all into the wrong paths to destruction. So you can be able to disrespect a man, talk back to a man, and try to belittle a man. That's what they want to do because they have what they call the Jezebel spirits. So y'all want to use the word, right? Now, let's go into something else, Charles. And I want you to read this to me, Charles.
Sunshine said, Psalms 91. I got a good one too.
Now look, read that. I want you to read that for me, Charles, right there. What that say right there, Charles? Break that down for me.
Wives, submit yourself to your own husbands as you do to the Lord. Now, as the church submits to Christ, so also wives should submit to their husbands in everything. Wives, in the same way, submit yourself to your own husbands so that they may be won over without words by the behavior of their wives.
Okay.
That's
over without words. Won over without words. But see, look, when Matthew starts talking, all of a sudden, Matthew bad, Matthew wrong, Matthew being this, he trying to be controlling. It says it in the scripture. You win a man over by your femininity. You win him over without words. You don't battle head to head with a man because you're not going to get anywhere. Now let's break down what submit is, Shells. Can you please help me? Right there. This is the meaning of submit. What does it say?
Meaning to yield or surrender to accept or allow another person or group to have power or authority over you.
Oh.
And we sound like the Hebrew Israelites in the corner. Please to understand.
Submit, meaning to yield or surrender to accept or allow another person or group to have power or authority over you.
Sunshine said that you can't say you have to read the whole
I am not arguing. Yeah.
There's more context.
Oh, God. Sunshine said there's no context. Right? I'm gonna get into the context. Right? Let's go deeper. So they're about to play the game. I got all the games for you. Now, let's go.
What's the ones that was in here? I need to hear this.
What does that say right there, Shells?
Husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. Proverbs 2:9.
No, hold on. Now look. Read this one. Wives, what?
Wives, in the same, submit yourself to your own husbands so that they may be won over without words by behavior of their wives.
They did not ask the man to submit to the woman. They asked the woman to submit to the man and the man to sacrifice himself as he would do the church and for the Lord. Your job is to submit because I'm putting my life on the line for you to be able to protect you. And that is the penalty. That is the penance that I pay to you in order for you to be under my full submission. And like I always say, you must listen and obey. That's it. And that's all. And I'm going to get to one other thing with my man that has lustful spirit after these women. A lot of men have lustful spirit after these women, right? And then what you do is you go against the word because you so trying to get with these ladies. Oh, Matthew, you're not a man. Oh, Matthew, you don't know how to lead. Oh, Matthew, you don't have direction. Yes, I do, brother. You don't have direction because you fall into this. You fall into the Jezebel spirit. I'm going to talk to my brothers here. Let's go down to the Jezebel spirit. I want to break this down all to y'all. So hold on. Let's go down. So what did I say right there?
I'm going to read it like the Hebrew Israelites. For the lips of the adulterer woman drip honey, but in the she is bitter as gal.
Yep, gal.
Her feet go down to death. Look, did we say that?
Now, it also says, right? Then out came a woman to meet him, dressed like a prostitute, and with the crafty intent, she is loud and defiant.
My boy getting biblical on y'all.
So what you saying? So what you saying is
My boy
that
getting biblical
the
today.
Jezebelians be all loud.
What you call them?
The Jezebelians be all loud and stuff and giving problems, while the good ones submit and keep that mouth shiggity. Is that what you telling me?
When you get with a woman, right? And I was on live the other day, and they scared. They didn't even come on us live. And I'm gonna say names: B. Marie, Danny, and Stella.
Nubian said she actually agrees.
Y'all scared to come on my live because y'all was talking about the God, and I heard y'all playing that gospel all day. Yeah, come on, man, stop it, man. Stop it, stop it. Turn that Kirk Franklin off, baby.
Sunshine 400.
Now, let me tell you something. I'm gonna break it down to y'all. When a woman tell you, when you trying to have a conversation with a woman and she start calling you out your name, they was on talking about something. Oh, you fat? Get on the treadmill and start cursing at the guy, right? And I'm like, hey, look, we don't need to talk to each other like that. We need to have a respectful conversation between the two adults to go back and forth to have a debate. But you calling him fat, getting on the treadmill, that's disrespectful. Don't do that. And she said, well, he know who I am. He know I can't take. Anybody know me? They know how to say I react. That's a Jezebel in you, baby girl.
Ooh, shit.
That's the Jezebel in you.
Oh my God.
That's the Jezebel steam. That's the Jezebel demon in you, baby.
Not demonic.
And you gotta go get that fixed. It ain't gonna get out of you by you playing no Kirk Franklin or you playing no Donnie McKirkland. You need to go to the church house. This is what I'm talking about. Men want to talk about the right way to do things. Men want to talk about the right way to see things, right? And they want to sit down. They want to co-align with they want to align with the Jezebel because they love that Jezebel spirit.
It's true. I mean, look at Samson and Delilah, man. She wanted him to cut his hand because he would lose his power. You know what I'm saying? And listen, we are speaking to a specific type of woman right now, right? So again, Sunshine, you got to sit down for a second, take a seat, because we ain't talking to you today. We're talking to them. You know who we're talking to. At the end of the day, a lot of these Jezebelians, they real like I saw it today. I was on live with about 80 Jezebelians. And I ain't gonna lie to you, it's like, yo, they didn't want no solution. They didn't want no type of connection. Like y'all know how I talk.
Yeah.
Y'all know how I be trying to be, I go in the middle and listen, let's all just
call it back.
kumbaya and all that kind of stuff. They was like, no, men just cheat, men just do this, so we gonna do this. And every time that you try to talk some sense, it was always, drop him off the panel. Because they don't want to hear it. Because that's the Jezebel spirits in them, it won't allow them to hear no truth. It won't allow them to hear no truth.
They go to Jezebels.
You sure?
Yeah, you can. They go to Jezebels. They got clothes on. They go to Jezebels. Jezebel 1 and Jezebel 2. They go to Jezebels. And this is the Jezebel gods. That's the Jezebels right there. Hold on. Let me replace this. Let me replace this. Let me replace this. Let me replace this Jezebel spirit. Hold on. Let me remove this. Let me remove this. Let me remove this to something else. Hold on. This is the Jezebel. This is the purpose that people, Megan Thee Stallion, she deserved to be married.
We got to pause.
Oh, go ahead. Keep going. Tell me what you see in there. Go ahead.
Federal said they never want to hear a solution. They just want to talk. And then Sunshine says, man, I have the Jezebel spirit too. So let's just make that clear. Men can have the Jezebel spirit too. So let's make that clear.
No. It ain't no scripture that ever said no man can have no Jezebel spirit.
Oh, she said man can have the. She was saying that she had. I'm about to say, hold on, Sunshine. What? She said man can have the Jezebel spirit. Well, no. The man gets caught up in the deception of the Jezebel. We're saying that men get caught up in that as well. We are saying that, and that's the reason why they find themselves with misfortune as well, because they get around that Jezebel spirit and they indulge in that, so it makes them just as bad. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with that.
And back to Revelations 2:20. It says, you tolerate that woman Jezebel. That's y'all. That's y'all woman. You tolerate that woman Jezebel who calls herself a prophet. Her name becomes a symbol for deception and leading people into wrongdoing. That is wrong. Right? You got a woman that was, at the time, a woman relationship and a woman that was in another relationship, and they doing that. And then y'all sit there and say, oh my God, look what Klay Thompson did. Oh my God, look what Steph Curry did. Bro, when you carry yourself like that, how can they take them serious? Of course they're going to go out there and deal with multiple people because in the back of their mind, they think they're dealing with multiple men. They only dealt with them because they got the Jezebel spirit. They got a song called WAP. You talk about men leading with their pockets, right? You talk about women that leading with the WAP.
They leading with that. We're so sad.
And a lot of brothers gonna need to go get healed and go get help.
Brush, you're gonna have to, you're gonna get ready for tonight's conversation. Matter of fact, Brush, thank you for coming in. Read that scripture again. We're talking about Jezebels tonight.
The Jezebelian.
Bring it back in. All right, cool.
Jezebelian.
Revelations 2:20. You tolerate that woman Jezebel who calls herself a prophet. Her name becomes a symbol for deception and leading people into wrongdoing. You got the girl, Young Miami, talking about some spin that. Go to the block and shoot that and spin that and go into the Goyard bag and spin that. And then y'all got the audacity to go play gospel after that? Bro, like, y'all gotta stop, bro. And I need my brothers. Listen, if a woman is being attacked and the woman didn't do anything and you got to defend her honor and you got to watch out for her, that's one thing. But if a woman is openly being nasty, disrespectful, and rude and calling a man all type of names outside of his name and hitting and attacking a man, your duty for protection has now been removed, my brother. Your duty for protection has now been removed, my brother. Only thing you can do is say, hey, look, don't do that. Respect that, man. And if you don't, you have to remove yourself. Because
let me talk to the OG Simps too. I'm talking to the OG Simps. Listen, I understand that sometimes it can come off like I'm OG Simpson. No, I'm not OG Simps. OJ Simpson. Yeah, OJ Simpson. OG. No. OG is when you get to the next level, though. You're OG Simpson. So at the end of the day, a lot of times when I'm talking on the level of trying to build a solution, fix the problem, get the like-minded women and the like-minded men together. But at this point, there's some dudes who aren't talking like that.
Nah,
I've heard some dudes in that room I was listening to. It was a dude on there. Y'all know. It was a dude on there. He was literally sticking up for the bad behavior that they were talking about. And I'm sitting there like, yo, bro, do you think that's going to make you get any closer?
Yeah, that's right.
To getting those bunnies.
That's the lust. That's the lust.
They think.
That's the lust.
That's the lust.
That's the lust.
That's dirty, bro.
Yeah, but the lust is dirty.
That's just like dirty macking, when you kick another dude's back end to make you look good to a chick. That's dirty macking.
Lust is dirty, man.
I don't know what the word for that is, but it's just as bad as dirty macking. Like you're the scum. You're the scum of the earth. All y'all that be sitting up there and be
but
just
wait a minute,
bad behavior.
What if they can't identify that as being bad behavior though? What if they look at it like, oh,
then they're in the way.
Oh, okay. Because you got some men that look at it like, nah, like women, they can act the way they act. As a man, you gotta act a certain way. Like you supposed to just be like, zip it, don't even acknowledge it.
Then guess what? You know what I say to that guy? You must have a vajiji.
Oh man.
Let's read these. Rel said one of them said they don't cook or clean, but got videos cooking and cleaning.
And let's go back to it.
It's the cat.
Her name becomes a symbol for deception and leading people into wrongdoing. That's what all this stuff is right there in front of them, bro. But listen, they since they want to deny what Matthew said, right? And they want to call Matthew, he's not a man, and they keep on going on and on and on. And the reason why it never bothers me is because what they say don't matter to me. Because I know the difference between right and wrong. And I be telling God, stay on your 10 toes and don't get disrespectful. Because when you get angry and disrespectful back, all that does is feed the Jezebel spirit.
Yeah.
They want you to get angry and let your crown fall off your head. They want your crown on the ground.
Yeah.
They don't want your ground to sit tall. So when you get disrespectful to them and start talking to them,
So you have to, yes, somebody snuffed you.
And then start going back at them, bro. You removing your crown. You can no longer speak like a king anymore. That's why when they say whatever they say to me, it never bothers me because I know I'm dealing with a bunch of people that have unhealed trauma. That's why anything you say is going to make that Jezebel spirit catch a fire.
Rail said he gonna live after this.
You know what I'm saying?
You got Rail fired up now.
So
it's over. It's over now.
Let them say what they want to say. And a lot of them, I ain't gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it funky because I don't hold my Stella. You got all that gospel stuff on your page, baby girl. You talking about all that gospel stuff, and I was on your panel, and the only thing I said was, "Hey, look, let's not disrespect each other. Let's have respect for each other, and you don't gotta call this man fat or." And you muted me. It took me off the panel because I said, "Don't have her cursing at that man like that. Either mute her, you muted me, and I'm trying to talk sense." Stella, baby, you think the Lord wanted you to do that? So you can listen to the gospel all you want, baby girl. That ain't gonna make you whole. It ain't gonna fix you either.
Oh, it's getting crazy tonight.
I talk right to you the same way you allowed to say things about me and my life and the way I do my things in my program.
It's only fair.
See, you open yourself up for attack, baby girl. So I ain't gonna talk behind your back. I'm gonna talk to your face. You're living a life of lies. You gotta be able to get in that church like you're supposed to.
It's the morals.
And go ahead and bend yourself to the will of the Lord. And like I said before, submit. If you get with a man, that's the problem why your woman can't stay with a man. It's because it says submit, meaning to yield or surrender to accept or allow another person or group to have power over or authority over you. You cannot argue with facts. You can't argue with scripture. You can't bend the word. You can only break it.
Listen, man.
Now you ready to go to video?
Let's go to the video. Cut to the tape.
Cut to the tape.
Cut to the tape.
Oh, let me take this off. Let me take these Jezebels off my screen.
Make sure y'all sharing this live out too, because I ain't gonna lie to you. We talking spicy if you can see tonight, man.
Yeah, man.
We talking spicy tonight, man.
On fire tonight. They came in here ready.
Let's talk about
society has convinced people that tricks and providers are the same thing, and women are the ones out here paying for that lie with their best years. And it's not entirely their fault, because nobody actually sat them down to explain to them the difference. And the culture today is glorifying the man who spins the bag, but nobody is talking about the man who builds. And here's the truth. A trick and a provider might both have money, but they see women completely differently. A trick spends money fast to impress her, whereas a provider builds gradually to invest in her. A trick wants her outside for the parties, the trips, and being seen, whereas a provider wants her inside of his vision, the plan, the future. A trick wants her to have fun, and he wants her for fun, whereas a provider wants her flourishing. And a trick doesn't care how she ends up turning out once he's used, abused, and is done with her, because he won't be around long enough for it to even matter. But a provider, he thinks about who she's becoming because he plans on still being there. So he wants her better for herself and for their future long term. And people don't realize tricks don't trick on wives, they trick on women that they would never build with. See, wife material woman is not impressed by the flash. She was always looking for someone who saw her future before she did. So stop mistaking these tricks for providers, because your best years deserve better than a transaction. Society has convinced people that tricks and providers are the same thing. And
Good.
Oh yeah. So I'll just say, quick question. So in the past, I was tricking. I think I was. The way you just broke it down, I think I was. I think I was tricking.
Let me tell you something. Do you know why now when women scream for provision, and a lot of guys say, I don't got that amount of money to be able to provide that provision, because they got provision destroyed. Provision is providing the essentials: a roof over your head, maybe a vehicle, and food in your belly. That's provision. Trips, luxury items, luxury cars, that is not provision.
That's tricking.
In the Bible, there was no such thing as Goyard bags, Bentley Bentegas, Lexuses. That's not what the Bible said. A man is supposed to go out and provide provision. And I will get the definition of provision because y'all always want to battle me. Provision, shelter, food, transportation. And the third, that's optional. Y'all gotta stop because y'all don't even know what it is.
Can I tell you what happened? This is what happened, man. What happened is this. We got tricked into the consumer world where it used to be where, like I said, you get with somebody and the necessities was, I put the roof over your head, I put food in your stomach, I protect you and the kids.
Okay.
Now it's like, my ring got to be this size. I want a foreign outside.
Damn.
And all these different things are all materialistic things. These are all things that deteriorate.
Mm-hmm.
But the strength between you and your family, those are the things that you stick with.
Value.
That's legacy. That's legacy. Now, it's okay for you to want things, but when those things that you want are overriding the character of the man that you get with, or the type of like you said, the soul of your family. Right now, we're losing the souls of our family because all we're concerned about is how things look and how shiny things are instead of what's actually inside of here. Yeah, and that's the reason why all these families dying. No more family reunions. Everybody wants to be lit. No more taking the kids to grandma so they can get that type of learn from us. No, because grandma want to be outside the club shaking ass too, man. So at the end of the day, we're in crazy times where you having a family is no longer the goal. Is you having shiny things is the goal. You having things to show off to other people that really don't care about you. They waiting for you to fall off at any given moment. So at the end of the day, I don't just blame women for that. I blame men too, because guess what? You will have a dude on there that says to another man that can't provide like he's providing. Oh, you broke, man. You ain't doing what I do. Listen, I paid for the hair and nails, and I send it to a trip every week. And that's like, yo, bro. That's true.
Yeah,
are you really giving her real guidance? Are you giving her real love? Are you emotionally there for you? Or are you just spending money? Come on, we got
that's a wild. Like, if you think about it like that, that's a wild.
And that's the thing.
That's crazy.
If we band together, right, and exile those who have bad treatment, don't give protection to those who have that do things that are bad and disrespectful to us, then guess what? The narrative is going to change. Because when I look at those lives, they always asking for man help, but they hate men. They always trying to seek shelter under a man, guidance and control and power and authority and strength.
But they hate men.
But they hate men. And the problem is that you have to start leading with a lustful heart, my brother. And let me tell you why. Let's break this down to you. You know what I'm saying? And I know y'all staying out of this. I hope y'all stay out of this chat because y'all gonna get destroyed. Are you ready? What does it say right here? Here we go. She what? Jezebel.
Jezebelians. She portrayed as manipulative, idolatrous, and violent, becoming a symbol of wicked influence. Man.
So, if you cannot control yourself and you go off every time you have a civil, I'm not talking about, I'm not talking about a not civil conversation. The man just, okay, I understand that. But if you're having a civil conversation, the man just trying to ask you a question and you cannot control yourself, baby, you are a Jezebel.
It happened to me today. Listen, it literally happened to me today. All I said was, like, women, let's stop putting blanket statements on men. Men, let's stop putting blanket statements on women. The men on the panel was like, now that's true. The shorty jumped out of her body and was like, you sound like you got a vajiji.
Now look at this. Let's pick this right.
I'm not going to get over that.
For the lips of a drunken woman drip honey, but in the end she is bitter. Do you understand what that means? That means that she's telling you things that sound sweet to your ears. Yeah. She manipulates you with her words, or maybe promise you her body, or you be able to believe that you can be able to receive her vessel for what you give to her. And at that time, it might be a helping hand of her being a what? Manipulative, deceiving, and being destructive.
Idolatrous, as they said.
Nah.
It says here.
But
Rel says, I don't think they hate just men. They also hate themselves because when they look into that mirror, and he didn't finish. But
that's fact.
And listen.
Because a lot of females, men
and women definitely hate themselves when it comes to certain things, right? So we're talking about the Jezebelians right now. because this is a big problem. This is a big problem. Like I said, it's a big problem for women to have the Jezebel spirit. It's the big problem for men to be chasing the Jezebel spirit because it corrupts both of you. It corrupts. It's not just corrupting the woman; it's corrupting the man and the woman. So I don't want to make it seem like it's just no. The men are corrupted by chasing the Jezebel spirit and that lust, that dark lust inside of us. We got to correct that, right? Men need to correct our lust because it always gets us into these Jezebel situations. Women who have the Jezebel spirit, not all women, but women that have the Jezebel spirit, y'all got to correct that because all y'all doing is making a bunch of destruction along the way.
And look how the women are dressed average. Let's go back to this is modern day, bro. When was this text created? Then out come a woman to meet him. What that sound like to me? A date. Dressed like a prostitute with the crafty intent. She is loud and defiant. Last night I'm on the live. I'm saying, hey, look, I don't deal with certain things. If a woman's going to get nasty, ill-tempered, and talk back, I'm not dealing with it. A man got the audacity to tell me I'm not a man because she's allowed to be able to have a conversation and talk back. I said,
oh, we just said that.
What are you talking about, brother?
Well, this be the O.J. Simpson cats I be telling you about.
Yeah, that's what we just said.
What are you talking about? So you want somebody to be openly defiant, so you get in the back and forth with her and your tempers can flare. And then you can be able to start then battling with her physically and emotionally. Why? If you are doing everything they say it was doing, paying for everything and doing everything, what is the defiance for?
Yeah, it shouldn't be no argument.
If you have a list of things that I'm requesting you to do in my household as the man of the household and you're not working and I'm supplying everything, then I expect you to do what I say.
I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. If roles were reversed and I had a shorty that was millioned up and I wasn't working and she was just taking care of me, guess what I'm gonna do in the crib? I'm gonna vacuum. I'm gonna make sure stuff is clean.
But if you don't do it, what's gonna happen? Without a doubt, unequivocally. So why is it okay for me to be able to be disrespected, rejected, and mistreated in my home because God labeled me a man? God never gave that commandment to me. God gave me the commandment of being a leader in provision. And God already told y'all, I'm going to go back over the text. He said, not with quarrelsome words. Use your body, your femininity to be able to control, and your husband will then yield to you. You will never beat a man with words. Only thing you're going to do is make him angry. And then he's going to walk out and leave you, or it's going to get physical. You're never going to win that way.
And before we finish, we don't believe in men getting physical with women. So
but listen, what I'm saying to you,
the reality is that
they understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The reality is that if you keep on firing off of a man, a lot of men and the women that want to, they know they say bother me because I don't care what y'all say because I know I'm a man and I'm leading in power. But you deal with men that are lesser than men. And then they're going to get upset, call you out your name, and you're going to keep on pushing their buttons because it's in your nature to do that. And then women know a lot about you because you feel open and you feel as though you can show them your soft spots. And then you keep on connecting with that soft spot, and then something bad happens.
Yeah, and then they turn it right against you.
So as a man, why would you want to deal with something like that? Because the average man can't take it. It says it here, to deal with a quarrelsome house is better to live on a corner of the roof of your own home. Why would you want that? But y'all want me to want that, and y'all call me less of a man because I don't want it. Make it make sense. Go on, Chef. Next one.
Yeah, get into it. Let's get into it.
Mr. Morrow said facts. Cutterell said we're gonna talk about all that when I go live. Can't wait for y'all to see this.
Now we talk. It's a perfect segue, right? And people don't want to tune in. This is a perfect segue. We got it on the other joint too, but y'all can see that later on. This is what started the woman empowerment movement and the feminist movement. It was a magazine called Cosmopolitan Magazine. And look how they set y'all up.
This movement and the sexual revolution were two radically different movements. The feminist movement was fighting for equal opportunity for women in education and the workforce. The sexual revolution was fighting for all sorts of sexual freedoms. Cosmos, we pretended that this sexual revolution was a freedom for women. It actually was not. It was actually kind of a slavery. But we pretended it was freedom for women. And over time, as the sexual revolution and the women's movement got identified closer and closer together, a lot of women began to buy into that illusion.
About the lies she sold to have cosmopolitans convince women that sexual liberation was the key to happiness and success. In the 1960s, there were numerous underlying causes that contributed to the effects we see today. The birth control pill was also approved during that time, and women gained more control over their bodies and sexuality during the 1960s. Women could have sex without risk of pregnancy, contributing to these situationships and hookups. But it is the mindset behind their actions that keeps men from approaching them. Check this out.
When a young woman, an insecure young woman, reads these magazines and thinks that she has to have perfume, cosmetics, hair products, beautiful clothes, singles travel, abortions, contraception. When she thinks she has to have all of these things, she's going to spend a lot of money. What these magazines are doing, and what now the internet and everywhere, turning a woman into a commodity. She's got this picture of herself on herself. It's all about me. If you can convince a woman that everything is about her, then she has to buy a bunch of stuff to make herself so wonderful.
Now you see this?
If inside,
This was all a marketing tool.
I
hope y'all following along. This whole lifestyle of clothes,
Take it off from CD.
this whole lifestyle of makeup and lipstick and wigs and glamour, it was all designed. The people that they was in these magazines, Combo Shopping magazine, Lifestyle magazine, Ebony magazine, they was writing articles on these independent women that never existed. It's been author after author and people that was actually the editor-in-chief of these magazines saying that they used to make fantasy women, and y'all thought it was real. So y'all following a guideline that never even exists. But yes, I think it's a Jezebel in the chat. Go ahead, Shells.
Hold on, so let's read some of these comments. So
Yeah, go to the chat.
Mr. Morrow says facts. Big Pink, what up, Big Pink? She says, I just be trying to figure out what point y'all truly trying to sell. Like, for real, I don't see what's wrong with that. If that's what she wants, everyone has a choice. Let me talk first.
Go ahead. You go.
Big Pink, here's the thing, right? When we get to a society where everything is about, well, everybody do what they want. Everybody do, what they want. It goes to a point where it's like, all right, we start getting out of control, right? Sort of like, what's that place in the Bible?
Sodom and Gomorrah,
right?
Yeah.
Things get so out of whack when there's no checks and balances that it gets to the point where now you have certain people that pass down this type of lifestyle to their kids early. But it's like, no, they can do what they want, right? Show them what they want, right? Introduce them to all these things, right? Because, hey, if I want to do this, is what you have to have checks and balances, because if you do not have checks and balances, then the society will go off of whack. There was rules put in place for a reason. And when we start to get to a point where, hey, everybody's do as they will, then we get to a more evil society. We get to a society to where that you're starting to see a lot of the things that we see now. A lot of girls are now 12, 11 years old out there trying to get OnlyFans. You got a lot of girls out there.
Can't wait till they turn 18 to get it.
Come on, man. So it's like, at the end of the day,
and the majority of them don't make no money. Throw that in there. The majority of them don't make no money. Over 97% of girls on OnlyFans don't make no money.
When you show this type of stuff, you may think it's harmless. You may think it's harmless, but in the grand scheme of things, our society starts to get less and less of respect. You start seeing a lot of different things. It's not just about getting a bag, about getting the money and all. No, it's about what kind of respect do you have for yourself? Do you even know what you look like without the makeup? Do you even know who you are without putting all this other stuff on you? No, you don't. Let's get real here, man. Go ahead. Yeah.
Let me put the cape on, man. Put the cape on for the males. Let me go ahead and turn it to somebody else. Superman 3.5. Let me talk to y'all for a second. Rules and regulations was made for a reason, right? If they weren't, why are you not allowed to go 100 miles per hour on the highway? Because you're going to hit somebody and somebody's going to pass away, unfortunately. It's the reason why. It's the reason why they got rules. The reason why you don't drink and drive, right? It's the reason why you have certain guidelines to be able to keep people in certain guardrails so society can be able to run right, right? Y'all will do anything to miss the message. The woman just came on there and said the major publications like Ebony, Lifestyle, Cosmopolitan that she was a part of made a fake lifestyle for y'all to be able to pursue. So y'all can buy more makeup. Y'all can buy more designer. Y'all can go out there and be more sexual. And she said they lied and they tricked y'all. But you can't see that. You sitting there saying, what kind of point am I making? The point am I making is that nobody, especially if you deal with a woman, you have something called soul ties. The more people that you deal with and the more experiences that you have, the less likely you're going to be able to connect to the man that you actually end up with. So you're always going to be unsettled. You're always going to be unhappy. You're always going to be looking in the past to be able to create a future that's not going to match up with you because each man is different. What I'm telling you is that the reality that you're living is a lie, Big Pink. I'm telling you that that bag ain't worth your soul, Big Pink. I'm telling you the shoes ain't worth your soul, Big Pink. I'm telling you that makeup and the lashes ain't worth nothing, Big Pink. I'm telling you that go ahead and conserve your money. Go find a man that have traditional values and morals, and you go ahead and you build with that man. It's not about what that man got in his pocket. It's about the willpower that he has to build a strong foundation in family and a heart that he has and desire that he has to be a man, stand on his pivot and build with his family and don't betray his wife and don't betray his kids.
Most of these dudes that y'all chasing that got all this bag
don't care.
Have no values. A lot of these dudes that got all that money just going to throw money at you all day. They're not true leaders. They have no spiritual guidance. They have no spiritual leadership. So y'all chasing just what they can give to you, but they ain't giving you nothing for real. They selling you short.
Every single time. Y'all had the pillars, right? It was Tiana Taylor. She was married with Aaron Pierre. It's over. Y'all had Megan Thee Stallion doing claims like, oh, she's gonna solve her error. It's over. You had Stephon Diggs. Oh, he's way better than Offset. He's worse. The boy got 5 girls pregnant at the same damn time they having a baby.
Yeah. Hold on. Go. Big Pink said, who said I was materialistic? I actually never gave my opinion in the area. So hold on. All right, Big Pink.
So why are you speaking against it, Big Pink? We played a video that says that this is what created materialism with this side of women. And you said, I don't understand the point y'all trying to make. And the point is that the materialism that's designed, you don't need that. Somebody tricked you with marketing and propaganda to believe that you need that. And if you're saying you don't need it, why are you speaking on it? Or is that the spirit? I ain't even gonna say it. Go ahead, D-Money. You guys put something in D-Money. Get too quiet. Go ahead.
No, man. No, I was saying, yeah, y'all boys was on fire. But yeah, man, I don't know, like, I mean, you do have women out here that be acting crazy, but just like you said, you have men out here that be acting wild too. It's just like, you just gotta find a balance in between both. Like, I ain't never run across a woman that was acting wild like majority of these women. Like, I probably wouldn't even speak to them, but you do run into some that got a Jezebelian spirit. And I ain't gonna lie, like before, I've been like one of them dudes that been, attracted to the Jezebelian, you know what I mean? So it was the lust. So.
You all come across a Jezebelian?
Yeah, like, before, like, so I ain't gonna be out here like, oh, I ain't never came across them. I ain't never been the guy with the lust, but I have been like that before. So, and it do, like, you do fall victim to it. So, yeah. I definitely agree with
so,
that.
So hold on. Okay, go ahead. Let me speak to Big Pink real quick. I want to respond to what you said.
Go ahead.
Big Pink, you're right. We don't know you and know if you're materialistic. And you're saying that you just support everybody being able to live how they want, right? And that's cool to a certain extent because at the end of the day, if you just let everybody live how they want to live, when does it stop? Because you just may think it's just, okay, it starts here, live how you want here. But guess what? People always want to push that envelope. And what is going to be in place to stop people from going too far? That's what I want to ask you. What is going to stop people from going too far if everybody just live how they want to?
Okay, cool.
It's a lot of things. Hold on. It's a lot of things that people do that you may consider to be sick, right? But guess what? Live how you want to, right? We got to have checks and balances, Big Pink. That's all we saying. Go ahead, bro.
Now listen, I want to address this real quick, Big Pink. I'm going to break this down to you. It's always live how you want to live when we're talking about a female. When we talk about a man, it's these rules and regulations a man have to live by, right? Because you feel as though a man's going to give you destruction and, oh, man are unregulated, or man doing this, or man doing that. But when it's a woman, let them live how they want to live. No, a man can't live how he want to live. And a woman shouldn't, because you know why? A lot of guys out here, right? They out there not taking care of their kids. They out here not taking care of their responsibilities, and they out here abusing women, and they out there talking down on women, and they doing everything that we preach and we talk against, right? I'm not going to sit there and tell that man live how you want to live, because how you living is foul.
It's a fact.
He's foul.
Hey, listen, men who ain't taking care of their kids, you're foul.
That's
Men who out there abusing their women,
Foul.
foul. Men out there that's sitting there and just not being leaders,
Foul.
you're foul. Listen, we can speak it, but see, for some reason, when it's the other way around, it's no, let her do what she want to do. Live how you want to live. And listen, girl, get it however you got to get it, right? But at the same time, when it comes to the dudes, y'all expect us to have morals. No. We both have to have morals. We both have to have integrity,
morals.
And at the end of the day, yes, you're right. We do have free
Financial
will.
discipline.
We do have free will, but guess what? With free will also comes consequences. And the way that we live in right now, we're seeing the consequences in our families. We're seeing the consequences in our family structure. We're seeing the consequences in our community. And this is the reason why everything's out of whack right now. I understand what you're talking about, Big Pink. I'm sorry, yo. We have to reel it back. It's going too far.
Just
And like I said before, and this goes back to go back to Revelation, right?
Yeah, we can't tell them what to do. I know that.
Read that again. You tolerate that woman Jezebel, who calls herself. Her name becomes a symbol for deception and leading people into wrongdoing.
Toxic masculinity alive.
What happened? Toxic masculinity alive?
Big Pink say that. Big Pink say that.
Okay, who said that?
Whoever the person is.
Cool. So toxic masculinity is me telling a man, because if you heard what we were saying that we're not going to let people just live how they want to live, right? Because these guys out there, right, that don't want to take care of their kids, that abuse women, that do the wrong thing by their children, by their family members, and we are against that 100%. So we're not going to say they're going to live any way they want to live. So it's same thing with a woman, right? We played a video where it shows you that most of the ideals that women have today is from a marketing campaign, from Essence Magazine, from Agony Magazine, from Cosmopolitan Magazine, where they created fictitious characters to be able to have women idolize clothes, hair, and makeup. Then their family. They want to idolize that more than their family.
She got up out of there. She got up out of there. You know, that's what happens.
Exactly.
See, hold on. Big Pink, I respect you. You know what?
It's easy to get them Jezebels out.
I respect you, Big Pink and Sunshine, for y'all staying in here. Even if y'all disagree with what we saying, we having a conversation.
Yeah,
I respect y'all for staying in here and listening to it, even if you don't agree with it. I don't respect people who would sit there and have a comment.
Toss a comment, run out.
No, let's talk about it. And you want to call this toxic masculinity without having context? Don't run from this. Let's sit there and talk about it.
It's all about name calling. It's all about not having accountability to your actions. It's all about allegedly letting them be free, right? We're not free because we all have what they call social restraints. That's why that's why you can't, and that's why you can walk down the street and not be assaulted. That's why you can walk down the street, right? And let's talk about this. It's very rare where these things are happening. It's not happening on a day-to-day basis. It's been time, me, Derek, I think D was there on the train. It was a homeboy getting crazy when we come back from the shoot, and everybody was like, hey, if you make a move, we going.
Yeah.
Now, we dudes protecting women.
Come on, man, stop
They don't
it.
talk about us, though. They only want to focus on the dudes that's not doing it. And listen, I understand there is a problem amongst some of our brothers, right? And we talk about that too. But do not put a blanket statement on all of us saying that nobody's protecting women. I protect all the women in my family. I protect the women. Listen, we didn't even know
We didn't even know that girl.
We didn't even know a girl. So you gotta understand, y'all gotta stop just putting blanket statements on everybody, because guess what? You're talking down on your allies, man.
But you know, they could be talking through their own experience too. Like they probably
I respect that.
They probably been with a guy, or you know, guys in their life. They probably haven't been with.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I understand. Like you know, who's
start vetting these dudes.
Yeah, but the thing is though, like they probably don't know. At the beginning, the dude probably winding down. You know how it go. And then later on down the line, he smack him all up, and now they don't trust no man. I mean, it's wrong to put judgment on people like that, but you know, that's what be happening, and it's messed up.
That's why if I cry a little, just act like you don't know.
No, I was just saying, like, you know, they come across dudes and they like that, treat them all crazy, and then just like Shell said, they put a blanket statement on everybody, and then they come across good guys like us, and they try to put that label on us, and they're just like, nah, that's not fair, and then you know, it's crazy. But no, get it.
Now we about to get into the next joint. Let's go.
It's a real thing.
Hanging on
You have a lot going on inside, don't you, Mike?
Yeah, that's why I smoke a lot.
A lot of crying. You do a lot of crying when you by yourself?
No, when I'm on the basketball court, cause I sweat, and then you don't know.
You can't tell.
Yeah.
What'll make that crying stop?
Just listen. Stop telling me what I mean. Just hear me.
There's a little boy inside that wants to be held, that wants to be heard, that wants to be seen. How do we get that little boy heard? How do we get him seen?
Stop telling me who you think I am. I've been saying it my whole life. Stop telling me who you think I am, and just like we judge decisions without knowing choices. You don't know the choices I had to.
Bro. And this is what I'm talking about right here.
Yeah.
As a man, somebody always going to tell you what you got to do and who you are and what you are and all your responsibilities, right? You're not allowed to cry. The first thing that man in Shannon Sharpe said to, how we going to stop the tears? And this is what I'll be talking about. Women think that the world is unequal for them. It is not. You guys got a space to cry, to be vulnerable. If I get in an argument with somebody on TikTok, ain't nobody coming to my defense. Y'all gonna try to clown me, laugh at me, and I had to handle that thing on my own. Even in the street, if I get put down silly, ain't nobody coming to help me. I gotta fight and scrap for my own. But if it happens to you, you're gonna have a group of guys like us three to be able to step in, to be able to protect you, right? So who has it worse? We gotta stop this. Like, you got to really sit there and really think about it like, okay, look what these men are going through. But it's not what we're going through. It's about what we can provide, what provision, what you can get out of us. And you got to understand, bro, that's psychological abuse. And that's why, like, people be like, oh, brokey, because I say I'm not paying. I don't pay to play. Because guess what? At the end of the day, you're going to get hung up like a jersey when you can't provide.
So let me respond to Big Thing. Because you said that every woman does not have a space to cry or to be vulnerable. That's a gender thing, my love. Now.
Oh my God, bro! I ain't holding
No. Let me say something, right? And I ain't about to cape, but I'm about to say something, right? I understand that there are women experiences that are different from others, right? And I do understand that some women don't have big brothers or guys that will defend them, right? And I do understand that there's some terrible things that some women have had to deal with and gone through and have been abused in a lot of different cases, right? So I do understand that. I'm going to acknowledge that. But what I'm talking about is pretty much, yeah, just like you want me to acknowledge that you may have a not so safe space for you, y'all need to understand that we got the same situation in a different way, right? So your struggle is that way, but our struggle is this way. Our struggle is we go out into the world and we get beat up too. But the problem is when a dude shares some of these things with his woman, guess what she does? Some of them use it against him. When you share your stuff, most of the time, a dude's not going to use that against you. Now, do you have some not shit type dudes out there that'll do that? Of course, we understand it. But for the most part, it's usually a dude being afraid because guess what? Dude usually can't talk to his homies about it because they'll clown him. So a dude usually try to, share things. Woman, that some of y'all get mad, the first thing y'all use is that thing that dude try to share with you and then wonder why we be walking around ice cold. So at the end of the day, I do respect your experience and that you may not have a proper place to get your feelings off. But for the most part, when you're online, you get to see a bunch of women crying and in the comments, oh, girl, I'm so sorry this happened to you. A dude cry, man up. Oh, you up.
So, you deal with it today. What they call you?
I was trying to,
you was trying to be empathetic towards the
women, and then they say, oh, you sound like you got a vajiji.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to address that.
Listen, women have safe spaces all over the place. You can go on any TikTok and you can be able to express your pain. And if a man talk against your pain, the whole chat is going to go crazy. You can go cry to your mom. You can go cry to your dad. You can go cry to anybody. Let me ask you a question, Shells. If you're down too long, you go talk to your dad, you keep on being down about the same thing. What is your dad going to tell you?
Yo, man up.
What's gonna happen to you? You go to your brother, you keep on complaining about the same thing over and over again. What they gonna tell you eventually?
Shut your. you
They
know
gonna
how
be
I
like,
go.
shut up, man.
Shut
I don't
up.
want to hear that, bro. Why you still complaining?
Yeah, why you complaining?
Why you still complaining? That's old, bro. Get another girl. Get another job.
Get over it.
Get over it.
Get over it.
Bro, I seen girls cry about a relationship that happened 12 years ago. And everybody in there is giving them towels.
Trauma bonding.
Forget napkins. They're giving them towels to wipe the tears because they can be able to express themselves. They don't matter. They're like, oh, but her trauma, you can't tell her when they get over her trauma.
I've seen it.
But we're supposed to get over our trauma yesterday. Not today. Yesterday, we're supposed to get over our trauma.
And it happened today, right?
And it happened today. So, Big Pink, you know what I'm saying? When people start to say things that are not true.
She says, she tells her son it's okay to cry. And listen.
Okay, that's
Big
good.
Pink,
That you start saying
that's
good.
what's up. That's
But
what's
see,
up.
here's the thing, Big Pink. The way that you treat your son and the way that you tell him how to treat women is going to be very important, right? Now, with the same way that you treat your son, the same things that you instill in him, when you find a man that's worth it, I need you to treat him the same way. The same thing with a man. The way the man treats his daughter, when he finds a woman that's worth him treating, treat her the same way. If we would treat our significant other the way that we would treat our kids, as far as our daughters and the women to their sons, I feel like we'll be in a better space. But until then, we're gonna keep having this trauma.
And that is a fact. Because
trauma
is gonna keep on going loop de loop de loop until we understand.
Dr. Dazzling.
So like what we gotta understand is this, right? Which is the parts that we spoke over. And what I'm gonna talk to you about is this one other thing. And I'm gonna talk about these guys. Like I said before, I was in the group chat, and one woman was very disrespectful to a man that was just coming in and commenting on the subject that she started, right? And it also says one thing, that you will follow a woman like a lamb to slaughter if you are with somebody with an adulterous Jezebel spirit. So a lot of times, women will set you up for the downfall, right? To be able to be a shield for the things that they know they're not supposed to be doing. They know they're not supposed to be saying to another man, but you step in front of them and you shield them, and you be led to the slaughter for something that you had nothing to do with.
Did you see that video of the sister who was running up on this dude and her brother came?
Oh, yeah,
all
I
of a
seen
sudden,
that.
the other dude that she ran up on pulled out a toy, pow, pow. Now she's screaming, my brother, my brother. This is what happens so much.
And that's what they say. The mouth of an immoral woman is a deep pit. A man who's under the Lord's wrath falls into.
Hold on.
No, go ahead.
Pink said she has a question. She says, I have a question, guys. Do you feel like you've listened to your parents as much as you should have? Or as men, do you just do what you want to do? Genuine question. Who wants to go first on that?
Me.
Oh, you about to say.
No. Because certain things when I was younger that my dad told me and Derek about, and Derek ain't following the rules. You know what that rule is. I didn't look out and said it. My dad was like, oh, don't look for a woman that the same thing we spoke about. That's worried about the makeup. That's worried about the looks. That's worried about this. That's worried about that. You get a virtuous woman, a woman that's worried about the family, that's worried about the home, that's worried about being able to have certain breeding what she has at that point in her life. And I didn't go do that. I let the spirit of Jezebel be able to influence me to be able to do something that I know I shouldn't have been in the marriage. I know I shouldn't have protected it. And that's why I be trying to tell guys what I'm be trying to say. Stay on the right path and don't let the spirit of Jezebel pull you to the trash.
Yeah, so I'll go next year. So yeah, definitely me for like the first question, definitely didn't listen at all. Like, and then, you know, as being a grown man, like, so in my like younger years, I definitely was doing whatever I want, but I also was paying for it too because I always got in trouble. So, you know, so I'm not the one to sit here and just be like, oh, you know, I listen, I do things the right way. Nah, like now I'm starting to do things the right way. I still gotta correct some things, but definitely like when I was young, I was out here moving around the way I wanted to. So definitely I'm definitely not one of those. I'm way better now, but definitely not one of those guys that's gonna sit here and preach like everything was 100% in pieces. So
I was a sneaky kid, so I would act like I listened, but I would always end up, doing something. outside of the media, I can't even sing, but it's cool. But at the end of the day, I feel as if I started to listen as I got older. But as a kid, I listened while I was in front of them, but I would always do what I wanted to do, and I paid for it. I paid for it a lot of times, man. But those same lessons as I got older, they came back around, and I understood why. Because when I started to raise my own son and start to tell him some of the things that they was telling me, it's like, man,
Yeah, that's
I
true.
sound like my pops.
Hey,
I
yo,
sound
it's
like
crazy
Reed.
too. Yeah. Oh no, yeah. I didn't cut you.
No.
No, I was just gonna say like it's crazy too because like you go through those situations when you're younger, and then you make the mistake, and then you find yourself like you see that same situation come back, and you like, oh, I know how to move a little bit now. But sometimes you still stumble. Like I've been a victim of that too. Like coming across a situation where I've been in it before, and I was trying to do what I want to do. I'm like, I moved that way last time. Maybe I can maneuver this way and still end up with the same result. So
You can't beat the system, man.
yeah, man. So yeah, definitely, man. As a younger adult and a younger teenager, like definitely was out here moving around the way I wanted to, and definitely didn't take the advice that my parents or just older male role models in my life, the advice that they gave me, definitely didn't take heed to that until I got older. So
And Big Pink, as far as for
Somebody else asked a question.
oh, as a mother raising a black boy, how can I support him with his emotions? Okay, I'm gonna set that off, and you can go into that.
Go ahead.
Here's the thing, right? With kids, you kind of have to like. A lot of times, we were raised to just kind of like do as I say, and just use aggression as far as like your words in order to make them listen and to talk about emotions, but honestly, you have to like dedicate time to say, because with my son, I dedicate time where it's like, hey, even if he's not telling me anything's wrong, I still dedicate time to be like, hey, listen, what's going on with you? Is there anything I need to know? Anything that you need to talk about, man? Listen, it's a safe space for you to talk. Whatever you tell me, I'm not gonna get mad, I'm not gonna get angry, and they gotta believe you, because if you set that precedence of listen, every time your son or daughter comes to you with something and you overreact, they're never gonna talk to you.
I'll shut down.
And you're not gonna find out until it's too late. So the best thing that you can do as far as for with your son's emotions, anything like that, make sure that he knows that it is a safe space for him to share and to talk, and that you're gonna have to zip your mouth and not jump at him and just
That's
listen.
a big thing.
And listen. You gotta make it safe to where they can talk to you in that moment and know that, hey, listen, no matter what I share, I'm not gonna, you just have to be able to create that space where they can literally know that whatever I say and I'm sharing, because think about it, they didn't have to come to you and tell you nothing. Yeah. So the fact that they are, respect that, deal with whatever it is, but let them know that, listen, whatever you tell me, whatever you're going through, just know I'm here to support you and help you, and I'm not here to attack you. You can go.
Listen, I'm saying be able to create a balance. So you said, is it okay to cry? Yeah, it's okay for them to cry, but it all depends on what it is, because you still have to build structure of being a strong leader and a strong man. So what I mean by that, like they fall and they scrape their knee, like, all right, come on, bro, get up, don't start screaming, suck it up. You know what I'm saying? If it comes to little things, but if it's him trying to express himself through his tears and his emotion, then yes, you'll be able to let him express himself through his tears and emotion, because he might have something that's really hurting him and bothering him that he really needs to be able to express himself. Now, if he keeps that stuff bottled up, right, and he goes on through life keeping different emotions bottled up, everything that's bottled up, one day it has to what?
It will be released.
Yeah. It will be released. And that's a bad habit for somebody to be able to have. Me and D talked about that too, like being in a relationship and you sitting there and you being quiet, but you taking things that you don't like. There's different microaggressions, different things inside a relationship that's turning into a powder keg, right? But you sitting there and you being quiet, and then one day you're gonna erupt, you're gonna blow up. So you don't even want to install that into your child. So hey, look, tell me what's on your mind. Tell me what's going through. And another thing is like, as women, y'all are very quick-tempered and get very, very upset at young boys. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're not with their father, because sometimes the young boy might emulate his father, look like his father. You got to be able to call that temper and be able to make sure that you talk to him in a respectful tone and manner. Because
I say something on that this is something that's very, very important. To my single mothers that may be out there in this audience, right? when you are raising a son, you have to be very mindful, especially if the father is unfortunately not in the son's life, which is unfortunate already, right? You're going to have to work even harder. I ain't got to tell you that. You already know. You're going to have to work even harder because guess what? He's going to learn how to deal with emotions through how he watches you. Yeah. He's going to deal with how to respond to people with how you respond. So sometimes you may have to dial back on the way that you, because guess what? When y'all calling these dudes sassy now,
and the way he exploded and
how he exploded and stuff like that, a lot of times it was emulating. A lot of times he was emulating what he saw growing up, and usually it might have been a single mother. And again, I understand the single mother job is hard, especially when y'all doing on your own.
And it's easier to be able to explode under pressure.
Listen, we understand that y'all dealing with a lot, but this is something that if we want to change it, first of all, we need to have fathers be present in their kids' life that aren't, right? So let's talk about that problem too. But at the same time, for you single mothers, right? I can't force a dude to be a father, but in the situation that you are in.
But even if they're not in the same house, the father could be there all the time. But if the mother exploding, it's still going to be able to take the child.
The kids usually with the mother more.
Yeah.
So basically, whatever it is, they are going to go off of what they see. So when you are responding and when you're talking and stuff, you're going to have to make sure that you have a calm demeanor. Because guess what? You want him, he's going to grow up to be a man. Do you want that man to have that feisty, sassy demeanor with all that size on him? Or do you want to be calm and be able to assess the situation and be able to get his point across with his words in a logical, emotionally sound sense? These are things that we got to talk about. It's real. I know it's hard, but it's real. Go ahead.
And that's why when you speak to him, you got to speak to him in a calm, controlling manner, because he's going to pick that up. And then as he becomes a man, he's going to deal with females in the same way. Be able to speak to them in a calm, controlled manner. If you doing loud outbursts and you going off on him all the time, when he gets in his feelings, that's how he's going to react to it, because that's what he's seen, you know? And that's that.
And Sunshine said, also, don't take out y'all frustrations with the father out on the child. That's a fact. I see that a lot.
Oh, yeah, you see that.
I see that a lot. Where you look just like your dumb daddy. Y'all can't see that.
But go ahead. Now, what do you think? This is Shells. This is your topic. Go ahead, man.
79% of men apologize even when they're right, just to end an argument and restore peace. Men's peaceful nature is why relationships last.
Bars.
Yeah, let's leave it up there for a second.
Just go ahead. Leave it up there.
Yeah. Let that simmer
a little bit. Let that marinate a little bit. I need to marinate a little bit. Pause. Now, looking at the screen, I know some of y'all going to say, no, that's not true. Yes, it is. I'll tell you why it's true. I've been in many relationships, and a lot of the times I had to apologize or somewhat take responsibility for something, even if it wasn't even me that started it or was the cause of it, because of the simple fact, most of the time, it's women that come with the problems of, I have a problem with this, so we need to talk about this. And a lot of times, the man never really gets to voice his opinion because he does not want to have the destruction of a home. Because the second that you bring something that you have, the home is now under duress. Why do you think they have the saying, happy wife, happy life? They don't have that just for anything. No. They have it for a reason, because most of the time, if a woman's unhappy in the home, everybody's going to have to be unhappy. If a man's unhappy in the home, you just got to deal with it. So at the end of the day, and they laughing in the chat because they know what time it is. But Sunshine said, that's part of, hold on. Big Pink said, man, men be horny and lonely. Bye. And Sunshine said, that's a part of being a leader, though. I don't know if they responded to what we talking about, but at the end of the day, hold on, let me see so at the end of the day, that's just what it is, man. And I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all, man. Like, it's a hard truth that nobody wants to hear, but truthfully, I have been through many relationships, and trust me, this is a fact. You can put it there. All right.
No, that's definitely a fact. I think everybody up here on this couch that experience that.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna kill y'all with the scriptures. I mean, I'm gonna hit y'all with the scriptures all night. You know what I'm saying?
Passed the mat today, man.
I'm gonna do all night. Let's go back to what they said. A quarrelsome wife is like dripping of a leaky roof in a rainstorm. Better to live in the desert than with a quarrelsome and nagging wife. Better to live on the corner of a roof than share a house with a quarrelsome wife. So, woman, when I say this word peace, women like, oh, I'm tired of hearing the word peace. Bro, it's biblical. Man, since God created us, we seek peace. And we'll rather sit on the corner of a house.
Some of us seek peace. I'll say some of us.
The majority, I never heard a man say they don't want peace, Shells. I can't agree with that.
No, but some men.
I was about to say,
some men
you
peace.
do have some men out here.
I'm not gonna cap.
If I don't know him, I can't speak. I don't know no man. I ain't never heard no man say they don't want peace. We was in the gym every Wednesday, and that's what brothers was talking about. They want peace. They want this. The average man. I want to do average. Okay, the average man want peace. They want a wholesome home. And want a wife to be able to submit. Like I done told y'all before, y'all get mad when I say obey and submit. Obey. Oh my God, he said obey. Oh my God, he said submit. It says it in the Bible. We already broke it down for y'all. And I'm going to break down what submit mean again. The definition. Submit meaning to yield or surrender to accept or allow another person or group to have power or authority over you. So for me, sacrificing myself, you have to submit fully, which makes total sense to me. And it also said as well about you. Let's go back to being quiet. And y'all don't like the word I said be quiet, but I'm gonna go to scripture on y'all, right? Y'all don't like the word be quiet, but it said what it said earlier, Shells. It said to be able to not use your words. That means be quiet. That's all I gotta say.
Read the chat.
No, go ahead.
I must be a man because that's all I want. If you can't bring that to the table, I'm out of it. Showing peace. Nubian, you
want to know why she doesn't apologize? Because in her head, your reaction is the real crime. She throws.
And I'm playing this because the guy was being respectful last night when we was on live, right? And then she started to say he's fat, he need to get on the treadmill and all this other disrespectful stuff, right? And everybody was worried about his reaction and not what she said. And this is what we're talking about today. Let's go ahead and rewind that back. I'm going to start this from.
You want to know why she doesn't apologize? Because in her head, your reaction is the real crime. She throws the first punch, then critiques your tone. That's how she avoids accountability. And she'll say you're overreacting, or you're being insensitive, or that's just how I am. But that's her claiming immunity for everything. If you let her feelings override facts, you're choosing chaos for the rest of your life. A man who leads ignores her or drops her. A man who fears losing her edits himself.
Damn. Hold on.
Shit like
a man who fears her edits himself. Oh my goodness. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that last one. Oh man. No, that's facts. That's facts, man. And a lot of men go through that because they're afraid of losing a relationship or the person that they're with, so they definitely edit themselves.
We've all done it.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm speaking from like experience. You know what I mean? I'm speaking from
that's why I hit you so hard.
Yeah, that's why I said hard because I'm like, yo, it's been time that I've been in a relationship, and it's a time where it's time for that difficult conversation, and you about to have it, and it's like, you know what? Go back to peace. You choose the peace, so you edit yourself.
Because I got to be fearful of losing.
Exactly. But I'm saying we're going to go.
And you edit yourself.
Yeah, so you're thinking about peace. You edit yourself because you don't want to lose that person because you see yourself growing with that person. So, definitely, man. I definitely believe that. That's something right there.
And that's what you have to be. See, you said she reacts negatively to you and disrespects you and to do things to you. But then when you answer back, she critiques how you reply to her disrespect. And that's what a lot of women do on this TikTok app. That's what a lot of women be doing on these social media platforms, is that the guy comes in cool, calm, and regulated. And then when you don't say what they want you to say, then they start to attack you. And then if you don't have the wherewithal to be able to withhold yourself, then it's all about your reaction to their disrespect.
Bro, literally today, I'm gonna keep talking about this. They fired me up today.
Yeah, they got my boy.
They fired me up today. Literally, they were talking about men they were talking about, hold on one second. They were talking about men the whole segment. I jumped on there to give insight, and they telling me, how can you speak on women culture? Well, you must not have a JJ son. I'm like, hold on. Y'all just spoke on dudes all this time
to tell you what you want.
I didn't even disrespect y'all. I didn't say y'all must have, you know what I'm saying? Y'all must have a package. I ain't say none of that stuff. But the second that I start speaking respectfully, all of a sudden that was name calling. But I would have been sassy as hell if I would have started name calling back. So at the end of the day, we got to stop that. We got to stop deflecting. Stop being a deflector, and let's go and talk about the real issues. As long as y'all want to sit there, be able to throw stones and expect nothing to get thrown back at you, you in the way.
Now, they said, how can men ask for peace if they are also disturbing woman peace?
That's true.
No,
You got some. No,
That's true for certain niggas.
no,
That's true for certain niggas. I'm not going to lie. I ain't going to say every dude out there is providing peace in the house. I'm not going to say. I'm not going to. No. I'm not going to. I'll keep it too crazy. I'll take some credit. Listen back on. At the end of the day, we're not going to sit here and act like every man is providing peace in his home. No. We're not going to act like every man out there is trying to provide peace for their home, because we know that's not true. There's a lot of dudes out there that are not shit type of dudes.
Listen,
right?
I know a couple of them, man. A couple of them in my family. I ain't going to say no names, but you know what I'm saying.
So end of the day, I'm not going to act like they don't exist. End of the day, I'm not the type of dude. You're not the type of dude. You're not the type of dude. So we represent those type of guys, right? For those dudes that's out there that's not providing peace in the home, guess what I tell you? Do the same thing that a dude should do to a chick that's not providing peace. Get them out of there.
I don't speak to the minority. I speak to the majority. And the majority of men are providing peace. They're providing food, shelter, and respect.
The majority of men are doing it?
And a lot of women don't want those type of men.
I ain't gonna say the majority.
They want the man to be able to create the firestorm, to be able to burn down the house, because that's exciting. That's the spirit of Jezebel, trying to pull him into a burning building. So a lot of times you got the guy, what did they say about the nice guy?
Finish last.
He finished last. And it's a reason for that. We never heard that. We don't have any metaphors for the nice girl finish last.
No.
Okay, got you. So
but it is.
Oh yeah. And if you do the right thing, right, and you cook and you clean and you respect your household, you respect your man, and you respect your body and you respect your family, then you're a pick me. If you do the right thing, then you're a lame, you're a square, or you deciding with man to decide with man. Stop it, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm never gonna talk against my brothers, because I know my brothers, we all from another mother, and I love.
It's
my
not
brothers.
about talking about against your brothers. It's also encouraging them to do better as well, though.
Okay.
End of the day, just like I'm telling you, raise your daughters in the right light, men got to raise our sons in the right light.
That, oh, my man became someone I don't recognize anymore. What happened to my sweet man? What happened to my sweet man? But you completely destroyed him from in out. And I'm gonna explain how we do that, right? So the woman that loves attention, she loves attention. She has this attention disorder, and I'm gonna explain it. She's very manipulative. She creates scenarios that are bigger than what it is, because she gets attention from a man when she does them, and he runs to her aid, and she gets the attention. She feels chosen in that moment by her man, and at first he loves this dynamic of helping her, but then what ends up happening is that these scenarios, it's almost like the girl who cries wolf. They're bigger than what they are, and he sees and he's watching that she loves the attention she gets from everybody. It's not just him. Now she gets attention from her family, because he's watching as there's moments that she runs to her family and she says, he's the bad mean guy that's abusing me, that's hurting me, look what he's doing. And she gets attention from her family. So he sees he's actually not the rescuer in her story. She just loves attention. You're the girl who loves attention, who loves people running to help you, because that's where you feel important. That's how you feel important. It's the covert narcissist. That's what it is. It's the covert narcissist to the T. It's the women that come into my comments and say, oh, my man, he was abusive and a drunk and da-da-da-da. And then you say, what do I do? You just told me 3, 4, 5 things that sound terribly awful about the man. And so my initial reaction would say, well, you shouldn't be with him. And that's the woman. That's the woman that loves the attention that she gets from being the victim, from being hurt by others. You know, look at what these bad people did to me, or look at the situation, it's terrible, isn't it? And then people run to help her and give her aid. And so this relationship, this man, the husband that you have, he
So I played that to say this, right? A lot of these women are not in bad relationships. A lot of these women have not been done dirty. A lot of these women want a reason to be able to leave relationships. He deal with it. I deal with it. They don't want to say, I left a good man. I left a provider to be able to be back on the street because the Jezebel spirit have ran all over me. They want to try to make up an excuse of why they left, and they peg it out that you're a bad guy. They say, oh, you got a drinking problem, or he got an anger issue, or he didn't compliment me, or he didn't make me feel special. Go ahead, D-Money, go ahead, D-Money, go ahead.
Hell, no, you know, and this is another thing too, when people, now I don't got nothing against mental health or nothing like that. It is real.
Oh, run that game. That's a game.
That's it. But we know this is a lot of people, well, a lot of females run that game. Because I never heard a man say, oh, I'm going through something mentally, I don't want to be, I ain't never did that before. But like, I noticed that some females run that game like, oh, I'm going through a mental issue. I can't be with nobody right now because mentally I'm not there. Nah, man, come on now. You dealt with somebody for so many years and then all of a sudden mentally you messed up. So yeah, you just gotta be careful when you hear certain things, man. And then they talking about they need therapy, they need to go get something mental check. So you like, all right, go do your thing, go, but never go to therapy, never get it fixed. But you ain't with me no more. So all right, got you.
And I say that to say this, right? The last thing we're gonna say, we're gonna wrap everything up. I was on the live last night, right? And I say names, B. Marie, Stella, and Danny. And I said the whole thing about it, the topic was being unhealed. And I asked B. Marie, I said, what are you doing to heal yourself? And she said, well, I'm just not going to date and I'm gonna get closer to God. I'm not gonna talk about the God part. And I'm like, what is the plan? That's not a plan of action to be able to start the healing process. So you won't run into a bad relationship, and then you can be able to heal and find somebody that's truly for you, right? Brother, when I say this, people don't really want to heal. People have these catchphrases that they use. God, I'm going to be alone in therapy. And they don't follow through with none of them. It's something to tell someone to be able to then appease the public, because women are controlled by one thing and one thing only. I say this all the time: shame and guilt. And the guilt doesn't happen from what they do to you. The guilt happens from the same they receive. And that's all I got to say. I'm going to mute my own mic. I'm done at that.
It's been real. It's been real.
Oh, let me see.
Yeah, read the chat before we
the women that use mental health or physical mental abuse like it's an excuse. But hold on. All right, so here's the thing. Right? Sunshine. I understand that there are women that have been mentally and physically.
Yeah, ain't taking nothing away from
right?
It is.
To those women, my heart goes out to them, right? We are only discussing the ones that use this as a weapon to not take accountability, to deflect, and to put things off on other people that they are trying to be the victim. Some people bathe in victimhood, right? Mm-hmm. There are people, I have been in past relationships where this person will literally do something, I respond to what they did, and then they will find a way to be a victim in that matter. They may yell, say, scream, curse, and I sit there and I chill for a second, trying to keep that peace. And eventually it gets too much, and I respond in a way, not even as crazy as they responded. I just try to like, yo, stop with that. Oh my God, how could you tell me to stop?
Oh my God, look how you said that. She's a woman. She's a woman. How you talk to a woman like that? Oh my God.
I'm talking about those type of women. Again, Sunshine, I told you earlier in this live, a lot of this stuff is not going to be for you, so you're going to have to just sit back and watch it, because I'm telling you, these type of women exist out
there. You know
my
favorite line?
They do.
You made me do that.
You made me do that, right? There are some women out here that use tears as a weapon, use victimhood as a weapon. You don't know how many times I've been in an argument with a certain woman, and all of a sudden she just starts crying out of nowhere when she's losing the argument. Every time, like clockwork, it's like, oh, okay, You must be losing an argument now. Now you want to go to the crying because you know me. I'm a good guy, so I'm going to stop and try to console you. But guess what? They got to a point where it didn't work. And it was like, yeah, listen, you can cry. You can sit there and cry if you want to. I ain't going to lie. Because I start to understand that my feelings meant nothing. How I felt meant nothing. There's no stopping the argument when my feelings are hurt. But every time your feelings are hurt, you want to put the waterworks on, then you want to use that as a deflection. So we're talking about those type of women, Nubian. They exist, and they exist it's a lot. Trust me. It's a lot of them out there. So for the women like you who don't use that,
she said, I can't cry.
Salute.
I can't either.
Salute to you. Salute to you, Nubian. But guess what? To some of your sisters out there, they full of shit. And I'm going to end with that, man.
And as I can see, the Jezebelians didn't come on here because they were scared of the word of the Lord.
You had ammunition today, man.
And they know I was packing a 45.
Yeah, it was late. Nobody showed that. It must have got the call. It must have got the
somebody sent the cane.
Somebody sent
the cane.
And since y'all was talking about the Lord and playing Donnie McKirkland and Kurt Franklin, and I peeped on them lives, and I knew y'all wasn't gonna pop up today. Because I was gonna take y'all to church.
Tabernacle. Catch them with some of them live. Trust me, you get calls happy.
All right, listen, man. Thank everybody for coming out. Or you about to say something?
No, we're gonna do our outro. Go. D-Money.
Oh no,
everybody got something.
Yeah, D-Money gonna do his.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So just like I was saying, thank everybody for coming out and tuning in with us tonight. So, for my last words, I just want to say, listen, man, the key word of today is heal. Let's heal. Everybody, let's heal. Let's heal. Everybody, let's
like
heal.
a foothill?
No.
I mean, you walk up?
No. I mean, like
a heal your soul.
No. I'm talking about like a mental and a soul heal. That's what we need. We need a mental heal and we need a soul heal because what's going on right now in the world right now is a lot of demonic stuff going on right now. People should be arrested for the things that they're doing to people mentally and emotionally. So let's work on that, family. Like, let's get our mind right. Let's get our spirit right. And moving forward, man. So we all can see each other on an even playing field and we can kind of be even. You know what I mean? If that ever is possible. You know what I mean? I just keep high hopes. Good.
High hopes to the folks.
You want me to go next or you want to go last?
I want to go last.
All right, cool. Let me break it down real quick. My brothers, put your crowns on your head. You have to be able to know who to protect, who to give provision to, and who to remove it from. If you see a woman out on the street or on social media and she's not carrying herself the correct way and she's disrespecting another man, do not put your fleshly body on the line for her. She has the spirit of Jezebel. I proved it. She don't want direction. She don't want protection. I'm going to say it again. If she don't want direction, she don't want protection. So you could try to step in and say, hey, look, sister, I don't think you should speak to that man that way. I think you should have more respect. Calm down. If she don't take your direction, then she don't need your protection. And I'm going to say that one last time. If she can't take direction, then she don't need your protection. And if you get a woman, understand what the Bible said. Because they want me to go to the Bible. I went to the Bible. Don't get with a quarrelsome woman. And don't get with a woman that has to try to use her words to be able to control you. Because she has everything she needs in the physical and the mental to be able to talk to you like the king you are. So you can be able to want to get up off your rusty dusty and provide provision and protection. And like I said before, I'm going to break down submit. Submit, meaning to yield or surrender to accept or allow another person of authority over you. And like I said before, you must say and you must obey.
Hey, man, what I got to say is going to be real quick. For my men, if you keep chasing that lust of them Jezebels, you won't prevail. And for the women, if you keep
say that again.
Listen, if you
If you
keep
keep
chasing
that
that lust
lust
of
after
Jezebel,
Jezebel,
it
you
won't
won't
prevail.
prevail.
And for the women, if you keep with that Jezebel spirit, then a good male won't hear it. So that's all I'm going to tell you. Listen,
Get
it's
rid
been
of
a
that
great
spirit
show.
so a good male can.
Great show, man.
Everybody that came out, it's been a great
Appreciate
show.
y'all.
We appreciate y'all for listening to us.
Yeah,
man.
don't
Listen,
forget to like, share, comment,
you
subscribe.
already know. And listen,
And hold on, one more thing. Said most people want to heal but lack the tools to do so. Yes, because you have to use eternal reflection and be able to see that childhood wound and to be able to take that and be able to battle that,
And
be able
come
to
to night
confront
therapy.
that,
And come
and come
to
to
night
night therapy.
Tune in.
And
Every
tune in.
Wednesday, 9
I can't
o'clock.
believe y'all ducked the smoke today. That's crazy.
Hey,
That's
yo.
right. They didn't want that.
Oh, nah, my boy
They know
had
it was-
the ammunition.
you know it was armed with the Bible.
You see the book over there?
First you find your grind,
Then you turn it to a hustle. So you live life how you want to. Peace
Yeah.
out. Love y'all.
No
Next
Jezebel.
Wednesday at 9.
Next
Next
week.
Wednesday at 9.
No Jezebel.
No.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Teresa.
Let's go, man. Go. It's your time. It's your time.
Just a belly.
It's your time. It's your time.
It's your time.
It's your time.
Yeah.
It's your time.
It's your time.
It's your time.
It's your time.
Yeah. It's a what? It's your time. It's a what? It's your time.
It's just a belly.
It's your time. It's a what? It's your time. It's a what?
That's
It's your
it.
time. It's a what? It's your time. It's a what? It's your time. It's a what? It's your time. Yeah. It's your time right now. Don't let nobody say it ain't your prime right now. You got the glow, you know you gon' shine right now. Hands ticking on the clock, it's time to grind right now. Yeah. It's time to turn these dreams into reality. No more 9 to 5s, no more jobs chasing salary.